What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Nico here with Mario and Graham. And congratulations to the LaSalle Green Archers for winning the season 88 UAAP men's finals in basketball. Uh, okay. Disclaimer muna para sa mga new fans. So we have this running joke within our community sa six-man pod, not just the three of us, na when Graham watches live, uh, malas siya sa Lasal. Pero dahil di siya nanonood ng live, Lasal, community, you have Graham Esber to thank. That's why you won the MVP. Again, for those new fans, this is an inside joke in the community. Welcome to the Six-Man Pod. Don't take it too seriously, no. Of course, we know na it's Mike Phillips and the guys that made it happen, not Gremnel Esber. Pero we know that deep pero kami sa six-man community na magkaka-Facebook group na rin within this week, we all know the true reason, and that's this guy, no, to my left. But kidding aside, congrats, Lasal, Mike Phillips, 25 and 18, Jacob Cortez showed up, Kian Baklaan, Mason Amos. What a way to end their story. At least this season, no. Di pa sila tapos, di pa sila mag-graduate. End this chapter, no, with the torn MCLs, nailing the free throws to the keep the Fighting Maroons at bay. And what an incredible season, not just the finals, no. Incredible season, save for the UE Red Warriors. Everybody had a fighting chance from 1 to 7.
Hey, what was that drive-by for, bro? What was the drive-by for, man? What the heck? What did UE do to you, bro?
Nothing. They didn't do
I
anything. They
expect
were
that
0
from
14.
I expect
Yeah,
that
they
from
they
Graham,
literally,
bro.
yeah, they really did not do anything,
They
man.
really
Let's
didn't
go
do
ahead.
anything.
Bro,
Except
I
maybe
expect that
increase
from
John Abate's draft stock, which is great for John.
Excuse me,
bro,
it's a
I
bad thing,
expected that
okay?
from Graham,
Oo nga
bro. I
pala.
didn't expect
Abate
that
na
from
pala.
you.
Alright.
What in the world, bro? But yeah, you're not wrong, man.
Oo.
DLSU wins the championship. They're second in 3 years. Yeah. They're second in three
Mhm.
years, both against UP. And honestly, you can't tell me nobody in any school, UP, DLSU, UST, Ateneo, FAU, whatever school you may be from, nobody can tell me DLSU didn't deserve this championship. Literally went lost they had four main recruits. Well, five if we count LeBron, but four. So they had four main recruits heading into 88, bro.
Yeah.
Mason, Kian, Jacob, and Luis Pablo. And two of them fell, right? Kian and Mason both couldn't play for what? Half the season? Half,
Yeah,
maybe around half
Half
the
the
na.
entire
season.
second round for sure.
Yeah. So me personally, and along with a lot of other people, wrote them off quite kind of early. It should have been they had no business being there in the finals, but they made it all the way because Coach Topex is one of the best coaches in the UAAP, and I believe he's made up for that fatal error last year of taking KQ out, and not being able to put him back in the game. And number two, dude, Mike Phillips audition tape for Japan, Korea, wherever he's going. In game three, absolutely panned out so well for them. And of course, we can't forget Jacob Cortez was great throughout the whole season.
Man, you're right. I mean, I wrote them off, diba? I wrote them off in the Ateneo game. When Kian went down,
You, you told
I was
people
so
to not watch
close.
the game. You told people to
Yeah,
not watch.
I mean, bro, offline, I was saying they're done. Yeah.
Online too,
That's
online too.
Online also. Online.
online. No,
People have it on footage.
I- online, I said that Ateneo will beat them. I didn't say they were done. I said that,
Hmm?
a
If
week from
Ateneo
now
beats
they'll face.
them,
They're
They,
they're
done.
they would
done.
have faced. No, they would have
And
faced
then
them
may
again a
FU
Ah,
week
you're
pa. Oo
later.
nga
right.
pala. Oo nga pala.
They
Oo
Ah,
would
nga
have
yeah,
faced
pala.
them
you're
again a
right.
week later, and you'll
Yeah.
Ah.
never know who my pick was. But in reality, you're right. They deserve this championship more than any other team in the Final Four. Coach Topix Robinson, man, is one of the best coaches in the Philippines, not just the UAAP. This guy brought Phoenix to the semifinals nung
Actually, it
nasa
was
PBA
crazy
siya.
stuff.
Hey
So
man,
he
their
is.
import at that time was was
Sino nga
a
ba?
former NBA player.
Who was that? Si
Yeah, who's that
Jonathan
ba?
si
Williams. It was Jonathan Williams.
si
That was
Jonathan
Oh,
NBA
Williams,
yeah.
player.
Oh, former
yung
Laker great.
lefty. Yung lefty. All right, but I mean, they never reached that point again in the PBA, right? So he's one of the best coaches in the PBA. Sorry, in the Philippines period, not just the UAAP. And in reality, they should have three-peated if not for that fatal mistake last year, diba? I mean, UP could make the same argument. On the other hand, but they had a closer chance of three beating than UP. Mike Phillips, De La Salle University, you're welcome. You're welcome because I motivated Mike Phillips next
He's
to
not wrong. He's not wrong.
what's the name of his girlfriend? I saw it on TikTok a couple of
Oh, I
times.
don't know. I didn't get
Um,
your girlfriend's
I
number.
see it. I saw it a couple of times.
Basta
But
Mike's girlfriend. Oh.
I've
brother,
seen it a lot in the past 24 hours.
yeah, right. The girlfriends are coming out. I didn't know that
Oh
JC
yeah.
Macalalag and Jules Tolentino are dating. Right, I covered
Of
Jules
course they
Tolentino in
were.
the
You didn't know
We
that?
PBL. Didn't know, man. I didn't
we
know.
I know that and I don't even
I
follow
didn't know.
volleyball.
I didn't
Brother,
know. I
there's no
didn't
way
know.
you didn't know that.
Um, I didn't know. But man, I you know when the Lakers won in the bubble, LeBron said, my respect, and I want my damn respect too. I want my damn respect because I said Mason Amos will come out in game number 3.
He did
He
get
did
play
come out in game 3.
three
And
blocks.
Mario,
Ganda na block kay
Guys,
I
Noruka.
I'll
Did you
be
see
so
that?
real. Everything that Graham mentioned in
Nangyari
after
nga.
game 2 kind of happened in game 3.
well,
And,
I mean
and
that's just what vision does for you. But brother,
Oh, 50-50
11
vision.
50% profit,
I
11
can't
points.
even I genuinely can't hate, dude, because
All
like
right.
he told us three things. He said number one, he said Mike Phillips has to step up.
He
Mike
He
did.
Phillips has
did.
20 something and 18 or something like that.
25 and 18.
He
Yeah,
did,
he was a
right?
monster. He said Kian and Mason have to have their best games, and guess what happened? Kian and Mason
Bro,
had their best game.
I just said Kian or Mason.
It
It
is both.
turned out to be Kian and Mason.
Yeah.
So, man, you're welcome, DLSU fans. By the way, the reason we were not able to record last night was DLSU invited me to the party. I said, "Oh, we have recording at 10 p.m. Don't mind the recording. Go to Taft Avenue." I went to Taft
So what
Avenue and
happened
celebrated
actually
with.
there was Graham arrived in DLSU and then the guard was like, "Boss, ba't ka nandito?" He was like, "Yung party daw." Sabi niya, "Taga DLSU ka ba?" Sabi niya, hindi po sir. Ako po yung false prophet." Tapos sabi niya, okay, uwi ka na."
All right, all
Ah,
right, all
uwi ka daw
right,
sa
Uwi ka na,
uwi ka daw
uwi ka na.
sabi dito
all
eh. Sabi sa
Uwi ka na,
listahan, uwi
uwi
ka
ka na.
daw.
right.
Ito po yung
Okay,
nakalistahan.
boy.
Don't enter.
Okay, boy. All right, you're
Tas
back to
kalbo.
hate.
No,
You're
no
back to
entry.
hating. But man, that and you were I also want to shout out Cortez, by the way, had the so-so game, but Boris Marasigan, you were right about him, brothers. It was his
Yeah.
Francis Lopez
It was
redemption
his
game.
Francis
Kinda.
Lopez
Um
Iba yung
moment.
kinda.
Francis
It
Lopez pa.
still didn't
Kinda.
have that same impact, but he did not do things that will hurt LaSalle this time. He was a plus 12 on the plus minus too, if we're
Bro,
nitpicking.
I would actually say he did actually have the same Francis Lopez moment.
Use the same
Kasi,
In the
impact you feel.
clutch, in
Ako
the
feeling ko
clutch,
yes,
80%
in,
in
in
the
the clutch,
clutch.
yes.
Okay.
bro, in the clutch, yes, because Francis made the three-pointer to what? I think to put them up 3 or 4 in that moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Boris put them up 4 after his end one, and then right before that, he gave them the lead. So I would say
Yung
yes, he
jumper.
did.
Was it
Yeah,
the
I say he
midi
did
on the left
have his
side?
his midi
Yung
from the
lucky
left
bounce.
to give them a 1-point lead. Tapos yung end one niya against Abadiano. So I would say na he did have his Francis Lopez moment. We could even call it the Boris Marasigan moment. Oh, nobody cares, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Magkapare-pares lang naman sila eh. Magkakamukha naman lahat sila eh.
So next season, man, next season when these two teams probably meet again in the finals because UP is getting VJ Prey, right? And who knows who they're gonna get after losing. I mean, they're getting people after winning. Who knows if they're gonna get people after
I
losing.
know someone's going somewhere next
By the
season.
way, if you're seven of the other UAAP schools, make the students turn their phone off, because a phone call will be coming very shortly. Because we just came up short.
7?
Yes, you're right. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, if you're not
Hey, man.
UP, if you're just the UAP, make the students turn their phone off. But man,
Man, there are
um,
rumors. There are rumors of
yeah, I'm
some
saying
Hey
there's
names
man,
going
finals
somewhere.
muna.
a
Finals
phone
There's
call,
muna.
a
one
phone
going
call
here,
will be
one
Yan.
going
coming.
there, guys.
A
But
phone call
yeah,
will become a phone call will be coming. But
phone
man,
calls will be coming.
Kian
Letran,
and
Sanveda, turn off them phones, boy.
hey,
Turn off them phones,
Kian
boy.
and Mason, man, they were great. My guy LP9 played okay. Like
It was
he was
okay.
back to the reliever
Hey,
duty
hey,
that he used to
brother,
be.
no. Dude, Luis made the play of the game.
Oh, yung kay Noruka?
No, he laid down on the floor to let
But
Mason take the
hey,
free throws.
but bro, I want to get on that thing. Is wala bang rule doon? Because that's the second time it happened. Remember nung
Walang
game
rule doon. That's an
number...
exploitable rule. They
It's
just
an
know the
ano,
rules.
it's if I remember it correctly, if it's a mandatory substitution, which it ended up becoming, it's fine if he
Mhm.
comes back into the game.
Bro, here's what I'm gonna say. Next season, Colin Sakowe, every time you get fouled, go down. Get subbed
Good.
out. Have someone else take the free throw,
Koji
brother.
Buenaflor take the free throws, get your
Right.
ass out of
Bro, it's the second time it happened. In game one, it was Boris Marasigan who was fouled. And Kian Baklaan ended up taking the free throws. Now it's LP9. If they're not gonna institute a rule about that, that rule is gonna get exploited. And in the finals, every point matters. So man, that's that's something they have to fix, di ba? I mean,
Mm.
I'm serious about this. Colin Sakowe can easily just, act like he's hurt, get out, get back, and then have someone else take the free throws. That's crazy. That's crazy. But uh congratulations to DLSU. Mike Phillips, you are one hell of a player. I like you so much. Congratulations winning the finals MVP. It was Jacobs to lose. He was third in the race before game three. LP9 was second. I'll die on that hill. But man, Mike Phillips, you earned it. You deserve it. You go out as a champion and continue your winning ways to the barang. Oh, sorry, no, not yet. All right,
Bro,
To the bar.
konnichiwa nga yan, bro. Konnichiwa.
all right, all right. I don't mind another number 25 in that red jersey team, but okay, all right.
But
They deserve it, man.
brother,
They.
see,
Mhm.
dude, not just that from DLSU, but alam mo yung mga moments yung when Ateneo won against UP before the
85?
Kagulangan game winner, yung 85 ba yun?
Ay, hindi. No,
Mhm.
Kagulangan was 84. And 85
85.
was after the Kagulangan game
Yun yung
winner.
pre-pandemic ba? Oh
Basta
no,
de,
Joyce, tingin kalaban
basta
nila
yung
nun.
game where Gab Gomez and Gio Chu made 4 threes
It's
and
85. Season
that was
85.
85.
85.
There were plays like that from DLSU yesterday. Not just Boris Marasikin, but Earl Abadam had that moment also
The
where he
threes.
had, I think, I forgot what it was. He made a 3-pointer
From the
in
right
the
wing.
face of Noruka.
Mm.
He made a layup or something. I forgot what it was. I forgot the exact place. Pero Earl Abadam also had his moments. And going back to what Graham said about Kian and Mason, dude. It's funny kasi the whole season sinasabi natin na mahina. Sinasabi ng lahat na mahina ang DLSU mag-free throw talaga. They couldn't make free throws to save their lives. They lost
Mhm.
games during the regular season because they couldn't make free throws. And how did they win this one? I believe they won this one because they made their free throws, man. Mason didn't miss from the free throw line. I think
Mhm.
Kian missed
6 of
one.
7. 6-7.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Kian
Oh.
missed one. And even Mike, there was a moment where UP was up one, and then Mike went to the free throw line, and he only made one, but still making that one tied the game up. I forgot. I think that was like I forgot the score at the time. 65 all ata yun, or something like that. 55 all. I'm not super sure. Sorry, but yeah, those were the moments that alam mong DLSU deserve this championship talaga. Yung free throws na yun, for me, it's a perfect way to encapsulate their season na, yes, we lost Kian, yes, we lost Mason, yes, we couldn't hit free throws, but at the end of the day, Kian made his free throws, Mason made his free throws, and DLSU did, so they absolutely deserve this championship.
You're true about that, brother. 13 of 18 from the line. 13
You'll
of
take that
18
all day, brother.
in the biggest game of the season.
70%.
Yeah, you'll take that
72%, man.
all day, brother.
Yeah,
If you're
that's...
DLSU, you'll take that all day. Especially because UP weren't making some of their free throws also.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know what UP's percentages were,
They
but
shot
yeah,
a
they
little
were.
bit
Higher
better.
pa nga eh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
13
so
of 17 was UP. But in the biggest game of the season, you hit 70% of your free throws when
when
they're
you've been hitting
engaged. You shot
45,
below 50.
yeah, you're
Man,
fine.
you really deserve that championship, and
Yeah.
they really did.
I want to talk about
Congratulations.
yung triple big lineup ng DLSU. It's not a normal lineup to trot out there. Mason, Mike, and Luis at the same
LP9,
time.
please call him how he should
If
be
he
Go.
won
called.
Finals MVP, I would have. He didn't. So, which you were telling me he was going to, by the way. Just saying. So, dude, the triple big lineup could have backfired on them because UP's guards are fast. Francis Noruka is probably more athletic than all three of them. Maybe not Mike, but it ended up working out perfectly for them. And Coach Topex rolled the dice. I remember I saw an article that was posted na sabi niya, kailangan mo sumugal para manalo. That's hilarious. But
Oh, oh, oh,
yeah,
oh yeah. Well,
that's what he said. That's what he said. I didn't say it. I didn't
all
say it.
right,
That's
all
what
right. That's
that's
not a
what
good way to put it, but go ahead.
he said it that way. I'm not saying I said it that
I
way.
know, I
He
know,
said
I know.
that. But dude, yeah. So it worked out really well for DLSU talaga. And Coach Topex, I think, deserves a lot of credit. He's one of the best coaches talaga in the league. And now we move on to UP, where honestly, this kind of hurts if you're UP. Because I believe after
Not
Noy
kinda,
Remo
bro.
got
It did. It does hurt.
I believe after that Noy Remo got 4-point play, even if he missed the free throw. But the 3-pointer he made with 4 minutes left, I thought that was it. I thought that was downhill snowball effect. UP is gonna run away with it.
Avalanche.
But DL,
Bro, I have a question for you. You were there, diba?
yeah,
I
I
made the
was
business
only one there
decision.
by the way. DLSU fans
Yeah,
and UP
yeah.
fans.
By the way, I made the business decision to not go to the arena. But bro, how did it feel like you after the three-pointer ni Remogat? Parang one side for sure erupted, di ba?
Bro, UP thought UP fans were going crazy in there. I was hyped for the shot itself because wow, what a shot! And I thought Noire Mogat was on his way to a Finals
Really?
MVP after that.
Mm-hmm.
If they want
Mm-hmm.
siguro,
I
no? Baka binigay sa kanya.
It might
Yeah, he
have
would
been
have been.
Noy.
He would have
I
been
think
him.
it could have been Noy, especially with his game three performance, par the errors. Pero I thought it was going to after that shot, alone was dire-diretso, but then DLSU nga had stayed calm throughout the whole thing. For UP after this, I don't think you can really be disappointed with your season, man. Um, Anybody could have lost this game. DLSU could have lost this game if even if they made that three. And breaks of the game just didn't go your way. After you made that three, I think they only had 5 more points the rest of the game. While DLSU had, let me do my math, 16. Oof. DLSU had 16. Shit, am I stupid? No, I'm not. Yeah. DLSU had
You're
16
right.
points in the
Mm.
time they scored five. So I thought that was genuinely it. Noire Mogat had a good game. I know at the end there were some
Turnovers.
pretty crucial errors that he made. The turnover in the sideline, the turnover in the half court line. But you wouldn't have been in that game without Noire Mogat, if you ask me. So wala you'd have to take it. And this could be his like Pasaol moment. Alam mo yung like when Pasaol lost the game for FEU in his rookie year. This is Noire Mogat's first year with UP. Next year, it could be a lot better for him. He has the whole team to himself with VJ Pre and Francis Duruka.
How many
So
years
the
does he
Maroon
have
5
left?
are one, 'di ba, Nico?
One. Remogat has
One
one left.
more. One more na lang si Remogat.
Yeah.
Okay.
He only has one. So
The
Next
Maroon
year
5.
next year,
talaga.
yeah, they lost the Maroon 5, bro. And I'll be honest, I think let's just address the elephant in the room. I don't think this was a good performance for the Maroon 5 uh in their
Yeah.
last game for in the UAAP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was their best performance. Game 1, Harold Alarcon was great. Game 2, Jerry Abadiano was great. Game 3, neither of them were great. Um so it just so happened that I felt like there were shots taken in that fourth quarter that did not need to be taken at all. Um, Up one, Harold Alarcon shot two threes on in a row. I think one on fast break, one in the corner at the start of the fourth quarter, which kind of surprised me because not really the best 3-point shooter, but he can hit it. I thought those weren't the best shots, and there was one play also. It was a 3-on-1 fast break where the ball ended up with Abadiano to take a three on a 3-on-1 fast break. Take the layup. It's the UAAP, brother. We're not NBA players. We're not making threes all the time. Abadiano missed that three, and then DLSU converted on the next possession. I thought there were some bad shots taken from UP's end, but at the end of the day, you can't do anything about it. Francis Noruka, though, is going to be great next season. I think Francis Noruka has figured out how to play basketball for
I
UP
feel like
talaga.
Francis Noruka is a candidate for MVP next year, top 3.
Best FSA?
Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
hiwalay na
best.
pala. Best FSA. May chance siya for best FSA and fight with Collins. It could be super close. It could go either way.
What
Okay.
about Divine?
Oh, sorry.
But what about
Divine.
Divine?
Still a good FSA, but he's not gonna win.
Mm.
He's not gonna win the
Yeah,
best FSA,
I,
but he's still gonna be serviceable. He's gonna be better. Hopefully, that back is better. Yun lang
You're
yeah,
still
true.
you're still
expectation ko.
ranking him over Mason Amos. Di ba?
You gotta give it to Mason though. Kay Mason ko na,
Okay,
lalagay
good.
ko na si Mason ngayon.
Good job, man. Good job, brother.
I
Now you
Mason
see.
have to
had a
put
game.
Mason. I have to put Mason na
Uh,
over
now you
Divine
see the like.
kasi he's been to the finals. Iba yung pressure pa rin dinara ni Mason. He got key
Yeah,
stops on
yeah.
Yo,
Noruka.
I don't know if Graham mentioned it kanina because I turned off the volume for a bit because somebody called me. But
Ah, okay.
Mason, Ateneo fans will hate me for this for saying this. But Mason had probably the biggest role to play yesterday. He had
Oo, ganda.
3 blocks or 2 blocks.
Three,
One
Mm,
on
three.
Noruka
three.
and three. One on Noruka, which looked like a dunk, and one on Stevens, which could have cut the game down to 3. Mason made that big block. So yeah, that's going back to DLSU there. But running
You're
back
right.
to the running back to the UP discussion, man. It's it's tough to lose that way, especially because you had your guys, your Maroon 5, which everybody expected to win a championship. But I will say this. I don't understand not playing Jacob Baila the same amount of minutes as last game.
Weird nga yun eh.
I don't I
It
don't
is weird.
understand it. I don't care if it's the Maroon 5's last game, brother. You put your best defender on the court if necessary. I know Raylan Torres can defend also. I still don't care. In game two, let me check the minutes. Uh, in game two, where am I? Tama. In game 2, Jacob Baila played 26 minutes. In game 3, he only played 19 or almost 20. That's a 6-minute difference where I believe he could have made a good, really big difference in this game. I know Jacob didn't play
Play
a
that
great
well.
game. Yeah, but then don't put him on Jacob. Put him on Kian. Put him
Boris.
on Boris. Yeah, put him on Boris. Like, I understand ride or die with your Maroon 5, except Jan Felicilda and Terence Fortea, who they didn't play until that last second, si Terence. I know it's ride or die with Rayland Abadiano and Harold Alarcon since they are main guys. Pero, dude, Jacob Baila, I think, needed way more minutes. Another thing I saw in the UP community's Twitter is these people are coming for the head of Sean Alter, bro. These
Really?
people,
Parang ngayon ko lang narinig yung ano na yan. Sean Hutter?
bro,
They're
they
going for
don't.
him?
I think they want him gone from the team now. I read it somewhere. They want him to. They want
He
to
has
give the
two more
spot to
years, guys.
somebody
He
else.
has 2 more years.
Yes.
Three?
They want to give the spot to
Uh,
somebody else, man. I don't think Sean Alter's that bad, if I'm being honest with you. I know he's not what people are hoping him to be because he's 7 foot, but he only had 2 points. And guess what? How many? And he had one rebound. He only had 2 points and one rebound. But then, dude, it's 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 kind of hard to get that height. I understand though where the UP community is coming from. Coach Gold is still a great coach for me in the UAAP. Probably still one of the best coaches in the country. Pero the minutes that he gave to Jacob Baila surprised me in this one. Boris Marasigan was playing well. And I'm also quite confused with the fact that he had Gani on Mike Phillips um for most of this game. Is Francis Noruka not the proper matchup um to put on Mike Phillips? I feel
He,
like
he probably
Noruka,
was afraid, brother, of Francis
foul
committing
trouble
silly
din.
fouls.
Foul trouble din.
dude,
Pwede
But that's
baka
that's not the
because
game to be afraid, eh. Not the game to be
game 3
afraid.
na eh. Might as well
Yeah.
game 3 na,
tapon mo
dude.
na lahat eh.
Sugal mo na.
Oh,
Yeah.
sugal mo na lahat.
Noruka had 3 fouls. You know how many Gani had? 3 also.
Yeah.
No, no. You didn't put him
You're
on him, he still had 3 fouls. It doesn't matter.
you're
Like,
right.
dude,
Man,
kasi
uh,
Mike went off in that first half, brother. And
mhm.
most of those baskets were on Gani.
Gani.
I think, yeah. I think they
Mga
were on
floaters siya, di
Gani.
ba? He was backing
Yeah.
him
Yeah, in
down. Floater.
floaters.
Mga push
So
shots niya rather. Push shots.
and
It
Naruto
was it
blocked
was
him, di ba, in the first half. There was a monster block
Noruka
on
made a
him.
block on Mike and then they decided to go
Mhm.
Gani on him. I don't like the decision there.
Probably
Although I'm
ano
not a
rin,
coach.
Mario, to for Francis to play LP9's role of help defense. Parang, okay, you get past Gani, you don't see me coming. and then I'll block you. It's probably that. It's a coach's decision. It's a risky move.
It's a risky move, but
Yeah, Coach Topek said susugal ka para manalo. Then you also susugal ka rin. Minsan matatalo ka, di ba? Most of the
yeah, you're
time
not wrong.
matatalo ka. So they
Hey,
did.
that's a great point.
What said scratching for me for UP in the third and the fourth quarter, yung nga in transition, brother, they took a lot of three-pointers and outside shots. And I understand, right? Steph Curry ruined the game. Take it as you want to. As you want to, but man, you do not do that. You do
Yeah,
not do that if you want to win the championship. Unless you have Jaden Lazo on your team, then you don't. You just don't. Drive to the basket,
excuse
two on
me.
one, three on
Put,
one.
Bring in
Uh,
Jaden Lazo and Steph
bring
Curry.
in Jaden Lazo is an
Tatanggalin kita sa
absolute
podcast na to.
two
travesty.
on
Putik yan.
one. Three on one fast break,
What
man.
a
You drive
discussion. What
you
a
My
you
heated
drive it,
God.
debate.
brother. You cost your team probably 6 or 8 points just because of that. So and I understand they still bounced back. They still had the Rimoga three to put them up, but you could have really separated yourself away from Lasal in the third quarter.
I
Number
agree.
two, man, Sean Alter. If there's a time to shit on Sean Alter, it would have been on game two, not now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
how
agree.
many minutes Sean Alter played in game number
Five.
three? 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, and you're shitting on the guy who sat on the bench for 35 minutes of game time. No, you don't do that.
Exactly.
Another thing, brother, are we checking attendance? How many are we here? 3, right? Okay, Xavier Lucero. De La Salle was just in there for attendance. No, they're not. They won the championship, right? Xavier Lucero. You do not do that. You not jinx your university
Can I
that
add?
way.
More of
Pero
ano
kung
lang,
taga, kung,
may extra oomph lang kay Graham Mario yung Xavier Lucero kasi he's from Magnolia.
I was
Yeah, I
gonna say,
want to.
I was
May
gonna say, I
extra
was
may
gonna say the
extra
same
ano kay
thing.
Graham.
I
He
want
Mas
to.
may
had to
extra
bring it
inis si
up.
Graham kasi
I was
Magnolia
gonna
si
say,
Lucero.
kung taga Hinebra yun,
He's
nakaganun
not
talaga.
gonna mention save. He's not gonna mention save at
Nakaganun
all.
Yeah.
talaga, bro. He would not have mentioned it even in
Man,
the
he is
slightest.
Kala
being
mo
burned sa DLSU community,
You
man.
don't say that naman kasi. Ang kapal ng,
Di ba?
di
Parang they're
ba?
If
just
I'm being
just,
honest with you, man, he was gonna get burned. He knew he was gonna get burned no matter what he did in that scenario. Like if
yeah.
he said it or he didn't, he said it knowing that he could be burned. I respect that he is willing to take that step for his squad. So I'm not that mad at what Zave did. I do think it's a little disrespectful, but
Yeah,
if
it,
it
it ended up backfiring.
um but in terms of like gamesmanship, I'm not surprised he did it, dude. Uh, Zave is that type of he's got that dog in him, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, for this one talaga, I just can't believe the season's finally over. What I would genuinely consider to be a top 5 UAAP season, top 3
You've ever
UAAP
seen.
season in recent
Ganda.
memory.
Oo.
Mario, one thing.
So,
Two things actually. The
uh,
Jacob Baila, reduced minutes. I also don't get that. It's like saying, when the Fab Five of Ateneo was graduating and Eliza Valdez was cooking. No, upo mo na natin si Eliza kasi graduate na yung Fab Five. Eh. Diba? You just don't do that. I mean, Jacob was
oh,
really,
let
really
him
good in game.
play.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he was really, really good in game number two. I mean, man, he was in contention to be the best player if Abadiano did not make all of those cut shots and they ended up winning. Um, so that's number one. Number two, Harold Alarcon, after that game one, man, it looks like he literally gave everything he got in that game one loss because he was Kim Kardashian after surgeries. If you ask me, the ass. Uh,
I knew it. I was trying to get there.
Hindi ko
man,
I
pa
was
gets
man,
kanina eh. What?
I
I was
was
like, what?
thinking if
man.
you were gonna say ass or buns. So I was like, it's one of the two, but I couldn't guess which
Mhm.
one. But dude, additional to this, man, I, I'm I I had fun in the arena yesterday because Jacob Baila, when they would Baila, whenever they would show him on the screen, DLSU fans would
Boo him?
absolutely tear him apart, dude. They would boo
Why?
him.
Wala naman siya ginawang mali ah. Or just really the respect lang
I
sa
think that's
tingin mo?
just that's what I was gonna ask. I'm curious. I'm not from any of the well, actually I am from both of the communities, but I'm not directly involved with either of the communities. So I'm curious why DLSU fans are booing Jacob. Is it because
Labo eh.
of his antics in game 2 where he would, he was copying Jacob?
He was mocking
Yeah.
Jacob.
I understand if that's why, or is it because I'm curious what the exact reason is. I'm not hating on why you're booing him. You guys can boo whoever you guys want to boo. Guys, we Ateneo fans booed Nason every time he
That's
touched the
different. I
ball.
think, bro.
Justified yun eh.
I think this is JP Eram to Hinebra fans
Ginebra.
booing kind of moment. Na parang, "Uy, we just hate you because you're not likable if you're not if you're on the other side." And Jacob in game two, I told you, he was pumping his chest, he was yelling at the crowd, diba? He really gave everything he got. So
It's naman.
that's as long as it's not crossing the line, parang yung ginawa ni Never fans kay Poy Eram na parang his mother was mocked.
Yeah, ibang
Then
klase yun.
that's fine.
Yun yung, ano
Booing is
talaga.
fine, diba? I mean, I boo
Bro,
people all the time.
yeah, we know we've watched games with you.
Okay,
We
got
watch
it.
it.
We watched games with you. But bro, the funny part to me there was Jacob was kind of confused why he was getting booed. There was a part in the fourth quarter when the game was basically done already, where he was showed on the screen, and DLSU fans booed him, and he
Ay,
just went.
ngumiti lang siya.
He was like, "What?" He was just like,
Yeah.
He's
"What?"
like,
He was like,
why?
"What?"
Yung mukha
He
niya
was like,
parang,
"What?"
why? Pero
Yeah,
nakangiti siya.
well.
Yeah,
Funny.
and
Speaking of Mario, speaking of the game being close to being done, these referees did not
oh,
call traveling on Jacob Cortez in the final seconds. There's a saying na, you play until the final buzzer, you officiate until the final buzzer. That is just I am not a fan of it. I get it, yeah, but it's not yet the final buzzer. So please use your whistle until the final buzzer. Number two, Mike Cortez should not be seated that high in the arena, man. That guy's a DLSU legend. That guy's the father of arguably the best player of DLSU, second best player at worst. And I see him in the patron C, or I don't know if
Sino
that's
number
even lower
one?
box.
lalo
Si
lower box siya,
LP9?
lower box.
Sino number
Mike,
one mo? Akala ko si
Mike, at
LP9.
this moment, Mike, LP9 though, next season, if you do the rankings and I'm a part of it, bro. All
There's a
right.
reason you won't be. There's a reason
Okay,
you won't be.
got it.
There's a reason you
Got
won't
it.
be in that
Got
episode.
it.
There's a reason you won't be
Magulat
in
ka
it.
na lang, may recording na kami ni Mario. Oh,
Okay. Okay. But man, please use the whistle. It's like Jericho Cruz last conference with SMB, high-fiving everyone with 10 seconds remaining outside of the court. Like,
Wait
can you
lang
please?
just a precaution. That was a joke, okay? Like, please don't clip that somebody and tell us that and talk about Graham being stupid. That was a joke. He knows why they were doing that, okay? I'm just saying, please save us the trouble. And he didn't need to say that. Of course, he had to because it's Graham. The filter's at zero. Actually, no, the filter's at 10. We know another group of people whose filter's at zero.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We know another group whose but Graham's filter's at like 10. So yeah, great season, guys. I'm gonna miss making UAAP content, basketball. But guess what's coming up next year? We will be.
Arnis. Oh, not okay, guys.
Alright, I'm done with the episode. Y'all can finish.
Volleyball. It's volleyball. Try to make content about UAP volleyball. Man, 9 months? We don't have UAP basketball for 9 months. That's crazy.
Wait, I'm coming back. Wait, I'm rolling back slowly because I pushed
Okay.
myself. I rolled myself too far. Okay, I'm back. First of all, man, you didn't have UAAP basketball for almost 4 years, Kev, because you did not
Yeah.
watch basketball for
No,
that.
that's what I'm
what's
saying.
9 months, Graham?
This is addicting. By the way, UAP, can you please reconsider making it at least a best of five?
I like the best of three. I'm sorry, I like the best of three.
Do you
That's
like it? Okay. Yeah, that
dude.
makes
They're
that
students.
makes
At the end of the day, they're
yeah.
students.
Because if you make it best of five or best of seven, man, the scalpers will be as rich as the people who steal from the government, man. Because they
Brother,
made a
my
lot
goodness.
of money.
Y'all, I want to make a scalper episode one day, just
Sa
because I
off-season.
feel like, yeah, we'll probably make a scalper episode in the off season, because this finals in particular was one of the most outrageous
Expensive.
prices I've seen.
Expensive
I
finals. Yeah.
understand scalping, dude. If I'm being honest with you, I know a lot of scalpers. Um, and I've dealt with a lot of them too. But I think this finals was um a major tipping point in 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 the scalper thing, kasi grabe yung prices talaga for this one. Although they
Hey,
really
hey, hey, you know, the finals were it didn't have any scalper. SMBT and Tila's conference, no
Actually,
scalpers.
meron onte. Meron naman onte. For
Yeah, but
patron.
it's
Patron lang.
like raising the price of
Let him make
800
his
to
joke. Let him make his joke.
800 to 1 to man. It's not like 500 to 5,000 like this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, Graham. Okay.
Yeah,
Let
I've
him
been
make
to
his
Inebra games that 500 turns into 2.5, but 800 to 1 2
Let him, yeah.
Okay, but great season. Great. Best
Yeah.
best one that I have seen.
Yeah, because it's the
I don't
first one
know.
you watched in
I
a
don't
while.
know, man. I don't know. Probably ever. Probably ever. I
Yeah,
can't remember a season that tops this, to be
This is
honest
an
with you.
incredible season nga talaga to wrap it up, no? It's an
Probably
incredible
FEU or
season.
the FEU UST finals when Pogoy
yeah.
won them the championship, but man, really, really
Hey,
good season.
before we go, I just wanna put this out there. Ateneo, UP, don't worry, guys. There are some names coming that we've heard. You know,
Mm,
y'all gonna be fine. Y'all gonna be fine. Y'all are
Yep.
gonna absolutely be fine,
Oh,
bro.
UP for sure, man. They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna
UP.
stop.
If the names we've heard are true, yeah, brother.
Yep.
I'm hoping that this recruitment season though isn't gonna be a terrible one. Alam mo yun, last season kasi when VJ transferred, it was a really bad one. A lot of people were mad. Actually, Masons was bad, Kian's was bad, VJ's was bad in terms of like yung imagery about it, ha. So, I'm hoping na this doesn't really become a trend where the pirating thing happens. But yeah, based on what we know, there are some names coming soon to big schools. So yeah, we'll once those things become final, we'll make episodes for sure.
Yep.
All right, guys, thank you for listening to our finals podcast. We will be doing more PBA for those interested. Babawi kami dun sa community namin there.
It's coming.
And yeah, it's coming. And then we'll more Gilas content, SEA Games. Kasi merong game ngayon actually, it just started. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, follow 5 Star Radio, Spotify. We got more content coming your way. See you guys. Thank you as always for the support, especially the UAP guys na who don't watch the PBA, which we respect, which we understand why you don't like to watch the PBA. We'll
Yeah.
see you all next year. Lahat na UAP content lang.
Adios,
Peace.
amigos. Congrats and you're welcome, DLSC.